We are back once again, only on it is Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel. Joining me here, on location, she is getting ready to invade Australia. It's going to be for her release of her debut of her album Sugar Spice, and she's planning to go to the CMC Rocks, which a lot of people are very excited about. I give you she's with all over the place: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. She has over 1.8 million followers. Pretty impressive for a former church going Mormon.
Yeah,
And
not
yeah,
bad.
let's
Hello,
start off here with
hello.
hello. So let's start off here with the CMC Rocks. For those who don't know, how big is it, and what is it like going to Australia to do a country music festival in September?
I mean, this will be my first time, and I've already had a bunch of comments from my Australian fans, and they already seem ready and crazy in the best way. So I'm excited to bring my music to them for the first time.
Now, there have been like good concerts, bad concerts, festivals. We've heard of the horror stories of like Woodstock, 1999. So what should we expect from this? Like, I'm guessing when you decide to do this, you want to make sure, okay, is it going to be security? Is it going to be, in a good place? Are my fans going to be okay? Like, what do you know about this, whole convention, this whole festival, and how much, research do you do in terms of like, okay, are they gonna take care of me? Are my fans gonna be okay? Is this gonna be something where people want to go to, or is this some place where it's like, yeah, this is a train wreck waiting to happen?
I mean, I highly doubt it's going to be a train wreck. CMC Rocks they're a great festival. They've been doing this for a very long time. Very professional. So I'm a big fan of what they do.
Now it's a big deal here because I'm looking at some of the names, and it's Brad Paisley, huge name, Morgan Evans, Kane Brown, Jimmy Allen, Tennille Towers, Lindsay, I mean Southbound XO. I mean, there's these are heavy hitters. So for you, how nice is it that you're part of this? It's not just some small little festival. This is something where only the big performers go, when you're part of that big performers.
Yeah, honestly, Chris, I don't know how I snuck in there, but being on that lineup makes me look good. That's all I know. It makes me look really good.
All right. So when you do a festival here, because I've always been curious, like how do you get to set playlist? How much time do you have? I mean, you're going the week of. So how
Yeah.
tough is that when this isn't like, oh, I'm going to California, or, oh, I'm going to the East Coast, or, oh, I'm going to Canada. This is Australia. So it's a 12-hour time zone difference, long ass plane flight. I mean, when do you start like, changing in terms like, okay, we're going to prepare for going to bed at this time. So when I wake up, I'll be used to the Australia time, and now go, okay, yeah, my body clock is all over the damn place.
I mean, Chris, like I said, like this will be my first time in Australia, so I have no idea. I've definitely been asking my Australian friends like how to deal with the time zone changes, what's the best protocol. We'll be flying in like a day early, a couple days early, I guess. So we'll get good sleep, I think. I've heard grounding is a thing where you walk out and get your bare feet in the grass. That can help. So I'm just gonna make sure I stay hydrated, and get a lot of sleep, and hopefully I won't sound like ass. I think that would be an ideal show.
Let's talk about more things you can go more in detail to. Sugar Spice, your debut album.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks when I talk to them, when you start off, oh, it's easy to be a singer. You just, write some lyrics and just record it on my phone or on my little computer. Mom says, like, no, no, no. It's like lots of work. So for this debut
Yeah.
album here, how much time did you spend literally like writing the song down, writing the lyrics, getting everything done? You had to probably rewrite it because like, oh, this, I don't like this part, I don't like that. Like, how much time did it take just to make this one album?
Oh gosh. Well, you know what's interesting, Chris? So there were a couple songs on this album that I had written actually like a year ago, almost 2 years ago. But the rest of this album we actually wrote in like 2 weeks. It was crazy fast. When I want to write, I'm ready to write. So That part was really easy. The actual like production part though, that was new for me. I got to work with an amazing producer, Marshall Altman. He's like my right hand man. And we got in the studio and I played keys on everything. That was really fun. And we just went through every single song and just picked it apart. But no, I appreciate you seeing all the hard work that goes into it because it is, and it's a lot of mixing, remixing, rewriting. But the actual writing process of it, that was probably the easiest part. And then, I'm good at picking myself apart. So every time we sing a vocal, I was just like, it's not good enough yet. It's not good enough yet. So, but it was honestly the most fun I've ever had creating something for sure.
All right, so country music. It
Yeah.
used to be just country music, and now all of a sudden you have like genres of like country rock, country pop, southern rock. Um, there is soul, as as I've been told. There's also a lot of things that go in. As Coffee Anderson said, country soul. Like, what is your style? Like, if somebody said to you, "What kind of music do you perform?" Like, how would you describe your music? How would you describe just your attitude towards country music? And what are you?
I love, and that's, yeah, what the hell am I? I'm not sure, Chris. I don't know what I am. I don't know who I am. I think that's the exciting part is I would hate to ever label it, I do know it's country. I love country. I grew up on country. So that's something I don't think I'll ever, steer too far from. But it's country mixed with everything that's always inspired me, which is like you said, it's R&B, pop, disco, my soft piano stuff. I grew up listening to Nora Jones, Alicia Keys, and ABBA. So it is, like you said, it is a little bit of everything. So I appreciate that question. I think it's Abbey country music. I think that's the best way I know how to describe it.
How big was it for you? That the family was also into music. I mean, your father was a composer and a singer. Your mother was a singer. I mean, you left early to do this. I mean, you left home at
Yeah,
age 17, but how much did it help having, family members who not only supported you, but like could tell you, hey, this is what you need to do. This is what could help you out, looking over stuff. Like, how much did it help having a set of parents who literally could go, all right, we'll support you in your dreams,
yeah.
but we can also help you in developing your talent.
Oh, for sure. No, that was huge. I mean, my mom and dad, they never pursued anything professionally. But everyone was very musical. My dad had his job, but he would come home and play the piano. And my mom, she had 7 kids. She was so busy, but she was always singing. So music was always in our family. No one had ever done it professionally yet, so that was definitely new for everyone and new for me. But my parents are the kind who always taught it, me and my sisters, like, you can do anything, you know? And there's no reason why you can't go after what you want and get what you want. And if you want to move to Nashville, kid, we'll help you get there. So I think I think just having supportive parents for sure gave me a leg up, 100%. That's a huge, huge blessing.
How was it growing up in that period? Because you're on your own. You're in Nashville, and
Yeah.
it's a cutthroat business. I mean, because you'll have people go, "Oh yeah, well, don't quit your day job," or "Well, this isn't for you." Well, you don't have the right look or right sound, and as somebody said, you get rejected 100 times before you get somebody accepting you. So, how quickly did you have to develop a thick skin and toughness? Because it's just it can bury you quickly.
For sure. No, what's funny, Chris, is I think the thing that helped me the most when I first moved to Nashville was I just had the most like naive optimism towards everything. And I really, really think that helped me a lot. Like I would knock on doors at publishers and tell them like I want a publishing deal and you should sign me. Oh, it was so embarrassing. Like if someone filmed the way like how green I was, hell, I'm still green. But if someone filmed all the stuff I've ever said on Music Row, like I'm surprised, this town still supports me because I was just knocking on all the doors. But no, you're right. Like, of course, there's rejection and everything. I think what kept me going though was I would just really cling on to the stories of like Garth Brooks and Alicia Keys and Tina Turner and just all the superstars I've always looked up to and how many times they were told no. And so in my brain, anytime I got told no, I was like, okay, that means I'm going the right way because I'm being told no, and all my heroes were told no. That must mean I'm going to be a superstar too. That's honestly how I approached all of it.
It's here's the toughest part. I've always talked with whenever I have female performers.
Yeah.
You get this creepy, and it's not as overt as it was before, but there's still this creepy sort of like, well, we need to showcase your assets. And it might be something like you keep saying, hey, this is a great outfit for you. You should wear this and you wear that. Next thing you know, it's like, this is just a bikini. I need a crowbar to fit in these pants. The girls are popping out. I mean, how tough is it saying no, especially when you were young, starting out, when you had these people going, "Hey, you need to accentuate your looks. You need to, you know, be more risque. You need to, show some, sex appeal." It's like, wait a minute here. I'm selling music. I'm not selling, being a stripper here. So how tough was it telling people, "No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing this," knowing that they would, literally try to push it on you, not maybe not as overt, but in that sometimes, subtle ways.
Chris, I never had that issue actually. I feel very lucky to be able to say that. If anything, I had the opposite problem. I grew up in a very religious upbringing, and I was actually with, business wise, I feel like I was surrounded with people who actually maybe steered me more towards the conservative side. And as I grew older, I kind of, I wanted to wear what I wanted to wear. So I've never personally had that problem. I know that that is a thing with female performers. Honestly, though, Chris, I think in today's world, girls have a lot, bigger problems than than someone telling them. I'm not really sure what other women deal with in the business, but there's definitely, I've had my moments as a female performer for sure. Not people telling me I need to, show skin. And if anyone ever did, they would not be in my camp anymore. So
So how do you know what, how to balance it? Because it's still a visual thing. If you listen to music, it's great, but when the music videos, it's a whole different thing. And I've seen some of your role models, and as much as everybody loves Dolly Parton, people know her, for having let's say the huge twins, we'll call them. Politically correct now, I'm being politically correct, but twins. So for you, how do you find that happy medium where you're selling your looks, but you're selling the music, and at the end of the day, you're going, you know what, I like this. This is my look, and you're not going, well, this is too conservative, too risque. Like, how do you find for you like that perfect look that for you, sells everything, but still keeps you as a true musician?
Um, I'm not really sure what you're asking, Chris. I don't think of it like that. I wear what I like to wear, and I wear what I feel confident in, and everything else. I mean, it's about the music. So, I'm sure that's how men approach things in the business. They wear what makes them feel comfortable, and their music speaks for themselves. And I'd like to think that's the same in my case.
But they all have, they all have certain styles or looks. There's because it's like nobody just shows up and sings in sweatpants. So I'm guessing like everybody has sort of like their armor, their look, this sort of a style. So, but we'll go on to something different here. A better question. You mentioned people that you grew up and were inspired you. The case, Linda Ron, Ronstadt,
Yeah,
Dolly
for
Parton, Norah
sure.
Jones, Tina Turner. Give me somebody you would want to work with who's not part of that. Like, it's like everybody wants to work with another country singer, country musician. Like, give me some people, like one or two people you thought of. You know what? They're a whole different brand of music, but damn it, it's like it's like peanut butter and chocolate. You put it together, it's great. Like, like Run
Yeah.
DMC and Aerosmith, or Metallica and Lady Gaga. Like, give me, like one or two people you thought, you know what? There, it's a weird, different music, but me and them hook up, we could do something great. This could be like, boom.
Oh man, that's a great question. I think working with Post Malone would be awesome. He's a Texas boy, and I honestly think I hear a lot of country in his lyrics. So I'd like to think me and him could collaborate on something really cool. One day, we'll see. You never know.
One thing we do know is that you're happily married, and
Yes.
you guys, it was a long distance relationship, and you made it work. And then it got, it's the storybook ending where you guys, tie the knot. It was covered by People magazine. How tough is it about balancing it? Because you're constantly busy. You're in the studio. You're on tour. How does he handle it? And what made him, be the one? Like, what made you look at your husband and go, you know what? I want you to be part of my life. You are basically, complete me. You are the yin to my yang.
Yeah. No, Chris, if you anyone who meets my husband gets why I fell in love with him. Everyone loves him. But I think the main thing that made me fall for him so quickly was it was the first time I dated someone where I felt free. And I felt freedom in pursuing what I wanted to pursue. And I knew that he was the kind of person who wasn't going to put me in a cage, who was just going to let me do my thing, And he's the kind of guy who he just wants to be in the woods and fish. He wants to be alone for the rest of his life. So I don't even know why he got married. So we work out pretty well. He's a quiet guy, does his thing. I'm not quiet at all, and so I go do my thing. But he's my rock. He keeps me centered. He keeps me grounded, and he's extremely, extremely supportive.
So it's on the bucket list because, as I said, you've now toured with Brett Eldridge. You recorded a duo with Jimmy Allen. You're going to be at CMC Rocks. What's give me the short term and give me the long term. Like, is there a clothing line you're working on? Have you thought about going into movies or TV? The explosion of Amazon, Netflix, Paramount Plus, all these, they're looking
Yeah.
for the next star. Like, give me some things you're thinking. Like, I want to do this. I thought of
Oh
this.
man.
Now is the time.
Yeah. I mean, I used to have like really, really specific goals written down and everything. And then I think after 2020, I just realized like it just put everything in perspective for me. And obviously, look, I want to grow this thing as much as I can. And I'm not the first artist to say, hey, I want to sell out arenas one day. Of course I want that. That'd be awesome. At the same time, like I just played my very first club headlining show last night, and it was packed and it was awesome. And of course, as much as I want to grow, like that's all I could ask for at the same time. Bucket list items though, gosh, like I just want to tour the rest of my life. That probably is a bucket list. I want to headline an arena tour and sell it out for a long time. But no, Chris, like writing music, performing, that's my favorite thing. So I'd hate to put my dreams in a little sheet bucket list. Usually anytime I do, better things come anyways. But that was a great question. Thanks for asking. We're just gonna keep growing.
So last question, let you go. As you said, you have Twitter page, Instagram, get your personal TikTok, you're touring,
Yeah.
you're doing all this. How tough is it having just regular relationships? Forget about the husband because you and him have proven, you're soulmates. But how tough is it for the family? How tough is it for your friends? Even some, your music friends when it's a constant 24/7 for you. You're on your phone, you're writing down lyrics, you're texting people, messaging people, taking pictures to put on your Twitter. You are uploading videos, you are, you know, going on tour, you're going to the gym, you had to work out. I mean, how tough is it when people go, "Oh, put your phone down, just have dinner,
Yeah.
just hang out, go to the movies." It's like, no, the baby needs to be fed. This Abby Anderson needs to, basically the more music, more videos. I need to, work on this website. I need to fix this TikTok here. I mean, how tough is it for them to understand that your business is 24/7, and there's days you just won't come up for air because you're working on something or doing something.
I'm surrounded by really supportive people, and honestly, too, I like to think I'm not on my phone all the time because that would be really annoying. So I have my time for being on TikTok, editing, posting, whatever I need to, and then dinner time, quality time, phone goes away, and I'm with my people. And then if I gotta play a show that night, we go play the show. And so I like to think I found some balance. And I don't know. I'm sure my friends find me annoying as hell, but they're nice enough to not tell me. So
Very heavily, gentlemen. Once again, she's going to be at it's the CMC Rocks is going to be all the way in Australia. We'll be check. We'll go more into that, but once again, we are proud to have one of country pop or country music's next huge superstars. I'll give you Abby Anderson. Abby, so before we let you go, so where can fans once again check out you at? I mean, where is the official Twitter page, the website, Instagram, a TikTok, and of course, we got once again mentioned you are also gonna you have your debut album, which you got released this summer, Sugar Spice. Where can they check that out as well?
yes. Yeah. So on Instagram, you guys can follow me at Abby Anderson Music, TikTok, Abby Anderson Music, and Twitter. If you look up Abby Anderson, I think you'll find me. Okay. But come on, if you need someone to laugh at, I'm a good person to follow.
Abby Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you can check her out. It's going to be at the CMC Rocks in September, Friday the 23rd through Sunday 25th at Willowbank in Ipswich, Australia. And you can also check her out once again. It's her album got dropped her debut album this summer, Sugar Spice. You got to listen to it. We come back. We got a lot more going on here. Once again, Abby Anderson only on Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel.